Hello, Professor Zhou. You here? Zhou, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, clear enough to be heard by everyone. Okay.
Dear, welcome to the course, Miss Zhou, Professor
Zhou.
Zhou. It's right, Zhou?
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, thank you. And be
Zhou.
welcome.
Zhou.
Hi.
Just now, Professor Andy is talking to you. So Professor Andy is actually in charge of the class, and she is really helpful because she helps to organize the class and to inform the information, to share the information, to help everything for the class.
So I'm here to serve you as you please.
And Professor Andy, this is Professor Zhou, one of my best friends, also a university teacher in China.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Zhang, Mr. Zhang, can you please turn on the cam?
Yeah, I'm still setting up. Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
So, Professor Andy, well, now,
Giovanni.
that is Professor Andy. Professor Andy is actually in charge of the course. And this male teacher, that is one of my best friends, Zhang, Professor Zhang, also a university teacher in China.
Nice to meet you, Professor Zhang. It's correct how I say your name?
Yes,
Zhang?
and also you can call me Giovanni.
Okay, Giovanni. I also have a Chinese name. You can call me Ayan.
Ayin, right?
Yeah.
Aying. Okay.
Ayin. Great. Hello, Ayin.
Hi. So I'm here to serve you as you need. If you need support, you or Joe or Mr. Ho, I'm here, okay?
Also, another one, Professor Cai Yuting. Cai, can you hear me, please? Okay. So, hi, everyone. And this is Professor Cai Yuting, a university teacher in China. And Professor Cai, that is Professor Andy, the one
Hi,
who is
and
in charge of
hi,
the course.
Professor Andy.
Hi.
Nice to meet you all.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And
Mr.
another
Hai.
one who is
Miss
here
Hai.
on the cam, that is Bruna.
Hi.
Bruna is really very, how can I say, passionate, active in class, a very outgoing and easygoing one in the class. We all like her. Also, usually she shares some opinions with the class. And all my dear fellow once participants. Okay, so these are all the professors tonight. Hi everyone, think time's up for class. Welcome to the course. You know that today I am gonna talk about Chinese arts, but just like what I've told just now, one cannot be expert in all different aspects. And here, I just want to mention that I am not good at arts. Sometimes I am so unfamiliar with arts. I don't know how to appreciate some of the arts. So tonight, I invite three of my best friends to share their viewpoints on artistic points, on artistic aspects. So they are going to share with you something about Chinese arts, the features, how to define the Chinese arts, and how do they appreciate Chinese arts. So that is so different from that of your viewpoint, because I believe that like from your Brazilian point of view, from Brazilian culture, that is so different from that of Oriental culture. So I hope you will enjoy the visual feast and audio feast tonight from my friends, Professor Zhang, Zhou, Cai. And so are we gonna start? Are you ready? Okay. So, who is going to be the first one to introduce some of your points here? And I'm sorry, Professor Zhang, Zhou, and Tai. Sometimes some of sorry, some of them some of them will have some questions. So leave one of your eyes on the chatting board. Okay, so because once in a while, or we are gonna launch some discussions. Also, perhaps they will have some questions to discuss with us. Okay, so who will start? Zhang or Zhou or Tai? Who will be the first one? Do you want a lady first or Zhang, since you are the
I think I'm the only guy here, so
Yes.
maybe I should just go for the first one. Okay.
Okay.
So hello everyone. My name is Zhang Yejing, last name Zhang, and also I have an English name, Giovanni. And if you have any question, just type in this I believe it's tension meeting, and you can type in the chatting area. And also today I want to share about the Chinese arts. One of them are the traditional Chinese musical instruments. Okay, so should I also share I have a PowerPoint. Can I do the sharing thing?
Yes, please.
Okay.
That's your moment. It's
My
your
moment
stage now.
Great, my stage. Nice.
Mhm.
Here's the presentation right here, and you can see the traditional musical instruments, and there are different types. There are different types here. Wait, hold on one second. I should also do this because I want to see how am I looking. So one of them is here. Sorry, right here. I can see you guys from here, and we have these plugged instruments and wind instrument. Oh, before that, I'm sorry, I have to say that I graduated my bachelor degree. My bachelor degree was majoring in music. So I study music in America. So I graduated from California State University, East Bay. That was in California. And what I learned was actually learning music stuff. Okay, but basically those are classical music and Western music. However, because I learned all these things, that I also know how to compare, let's say, to how to compare the Western music, and also as for myself, I am a Chinese, that I also comparing my Chinese culture and my Chinese traditional instruments and all those things. Even though I'm a vocal major, I'm a baritone. I sing in opera and also sing in choir, but still I'm very interested in those instruments, especially Chinese instrument. And also I learned one of them, and we will have this in the following page. I also learned one of these Chinese instrument when I was young. So we can see here we have different ensemble here, different instrument here. It's like a symphony that we have different sections for different musical instruments. And also in Chinese culture, we have different instruments. First of all, we have string instrument, which is like this plucked instruments, and also we have wind ensemble, those wind instrument that we can blow, or it's like those Western instrument, the same thing, that you blow the musical instruments, it has sounds. And also we have percussion. We like jazz and all different kind of music. You need rhythm, you need beats, and percussion instruments that we punch those instruments that making noises and sound. Yes, noise is also music. And next, move on to the next page. We have this. The first. Oh, hold on one second. Should I also put this as a question for all the students right here?
Not really. You can just tell directly. That is okay. Also, everyone now gets the point that why I try all my best to invite John here because he is actually an expert. That is his major.
I was. Not now though. Because I graduated as a music major. And we can see the first one. Let's see the picture, the figure one. The figure A. You can see that that's a long with string and wooden made instrument. This is what we call zither. It's pretty hard to say that. Is the it's Chinese Caesar, is Zither. So and also this is the instrument that I was learning for maybe 3 or 4 years. And also I have a I have a university entrance exam in China, and I was also a art student when I get to the university. That I have, they have different sections, different parts. You have to sing, you have to do the music theory and all those different tests, all different exams. However, you can also add another it's like a bonus, like an extra exam. You can either dance or play a musical instrument. And then during that time, I played zither as my extra points. And then I remember I get 20 extra points when I doing the university entrance exam. So this is zither. So the next one, we can see here. We actually has this information here. I hope you can see it. An Asian plucked 4-string instrument, only 4 strings. And in zither, there are 21 strings. 21 strings. So each strings represent different notes. We will talk about this later. Okay, so a 4-string instrument made of wood. The player holds it vertically. So basically, zither, you have to play it in a flat place. And when you play it, I'm talking about figure 1. It's called zither. When you play it, you have to have those little fake nail. It's not like nail painting that actually put in front of this nail. You are putting in the back side, in the thumb, so in here, in the back side of the nail, that you have to play the string. And for B, is the player holds it vertically and plucks it for 4 string with 5 fingers. So it's basically, it really looks like guitar. However, guitar, you play it in this flat place, still you have to hold it. And also you when your left hand holding those different sections in the strings, you can play. When you plug it, it has different sounds, different notes, different notes. So you have do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, this different thing. You can do it from the musical instrument, the second one. And C, so we can see this thing is a little bit small. However, I can make it bigger. So this is very famous. It's very famous. I forgot the English name for it. It's called erhu. And this is very, very famous instruments in China. And lots of people, especially if you see those Kung Fu movie, Chinese Kung Fu movie, lots of those really master and Kung Fu master, or those people with really good skills, really good Kung Fu skill, they will play this kind of instruments. And this instrument is called erhu in China. And basically, it has 2 strings, only 2 strings. It's like a violin. Maybe you know violin, that you play it, and you play, when you play this instrument, you use the same technique as in a violin. However, it only has 2 strings. And the final one is called yueqing, and it's also a very Chinese Asian. It's a very Asian one that I don't see that much when I was in my study. However, it's still very famous in the Asian parts of China, because you make when you make the harmonic sound, you have to use snake or some kind of feather to round it up. It's really rare to see it. So that's why I'm not very familiar with this one. However, I'm very familiar with the first one, zither. So for the zither, maybe I can, for this one, this big one, I can play you a very small video then you can listen how its performance, how it sounds like. Okay, so now moving on to the video part. Okay, so this one, let me make it bigger. So as we can see from here, this is a beautiful lady dressing a Han style, High Dynasty, those kind of style, those kind of dressing, clothing, and it is playing the zither on the streets, and you can see the zither is right here vertically, not vertically, I think it's called. Go to search this Chinese zither, and also if you want to learn it. Because I think when I was in my middle school, the second grade of my middle school, I start to learn it, and it's not that hard to learn. It's not that hard to learn. Basically, I learned probably half a year that I can play several songs already. It's pretty easy because it's in D major, and all different pitch, all different strings represent one pitch. It's like you can see it's the combination of piano and string instrument. So piano is what kind of instrument is piano? It's keyboard, right? It's keyboard instrument. Each note, each key represents a note, a pitch. And for this string instrument, for zither, because it has 21 different strength, that means it already have 21 different different notes, different pitch, different sounds you can make. Well, not different sound, they're making the same sound, but different notes. And when you apply the left hand, that's in one string. Maybe you play. I think when we're young, you play something like a string hold it tight, and if you plug it, and you can see the different sound, and if you hold it not that tight, you have another song. So that's the same technique applies to string instruments, any kind of string instruments. And let's move back to this thing. And also there's something else that I didn't do the well, we have more. So we have more instrument, but after talking about this, I want to talk something else. So we also have this drum. Is different from the Western style, this kind of drum that we have this whole thing is made with wood, and but they have the same note, same pitch. So there's not that much difference. However, we Chinese people, we love to use whatever materials that we gather from the mother nature, so that we make it from feather, from those skins, from wood, for all kinds of things. However, for Western musical instruments, they would like to use iron or coal or some other things. Okay, so we also have this is called gong, is luo. This made of copper. Finally, some mineral thing, and in the shape of a disc, beaten with a wooden hammer. These are very. It's the same thing like Western thing. However, it has a different shape or different looking. And move on. We have this ceremonial horn. This is very interesting because it has very unique sound. You can try. You can type in. You can use YouTube and try to type it because finally that we have this ceremonial horn. We have this. We have a doctor degree for these instruments, because some of the Chinese instrument in China cannot get a higher degree. However, from now on, that we have more Chinese culture, Chinese school, Chinese traditional instrument that we can get a maybe master degree and also a doctor degree. It's also a wind instrument that we blow it, and it has different sound, and this sound is very unique. You should try. And bamboo flute is the same thing like the regular flutes. However, it has a different sound that because of the time I cannot play, because when you're playing when you introducing the instruments, you have to let them to hear their unique sound. And some of the symphony in Western, especially in their big ceremonies, some of them will apply bamboo flutes inside their symphony. And bamboo flute also has a unique sound, and it's made by bamboo, as you can see. And finally, I want to talk about the different things that different scale. So probably is a little bit about the music theory thing. We just hold on 1 second. I have to open this Microsoft Word. Okay, so we have, you see, in Western style we have C. Hold on, I need to make it bigger. So in Western style, do anyone know the scale? Does anyone know? What is scale? Da. So basic scale.
The basic scale, the European
Yeah.
one. Do, re, mi, fa, sol,
Yes.
la, ti, do.
Yes, very good, very good. So and also these are represent do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So basically it's 7 of them, right? So we represent, so we repeat again, is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. So basically have 7 notes. And also these represent different in music theory, also represent C, D, E, F, G, A, B. All right, so basically they also represent this. However, so we can see from here, these are the Western style, West style, okay? And we have this Chinese style, C-H-I-N-E, Chinese style. It's different. So for Chinese style, it only has do, re. We only have do, re, mi, so, la. Do, re, mi, so, la. So basically we only have C, D, E, G, A. So we are lack of what? Anyone know? We are lack of what? What notes in here?
F and B.
Yes, very good. F and B.
Fa.
And yes, fa and T. So basically in Chinese style that we only have 5 notes. We only have 5 notes in lots of different sounds. And if you want to know more, that these 5 notes is easier to perform those positive major style of music. Positive music. What is positive? That means you, when you play it, you, and also major music, when you play it, you feel happy, you feel good. And for Western style, if we apply F and B inside the, so this fa and T, well, they can play more, and also they can apply negative, and so those unhappy, unhappy one, unhappy music and minor music. So these are the difference, the major difference, West style and Chinese style. So basically, also you can see Chinese style and also in Chinese arts. All these arts are representing are having this red, and also are doing those nice ceremony or whatever the festival is. It's all talking about good stuff, or are representing positive stuff. So same thing applies to Chinese instruments and Chinese music theory, that all these things are based on nature, and all these musical instruments and their theories are all try to represent that, well, we human, we no I'm sorry, we Chinese people are love to share the positive style, the positive lifestyle, or the positive thinking to others. And this is very very important in all the festivals that in China, that such as Spring Festival, are trying to gather people together to talking about good things, to share the good news. And also like a bit of the festival, we share different things that you can see Chinese as a country, as a very old, you can see Chinese as a very long history, that all Chinese people and Chinese culture are trying to represent that people are hardworking, and they always try to us to know that they are in they want to share the positive feelings, and even the music. You know, when people maybe when they're having festivals, they play musical instruments. They also try to expand, try to spread the positive feelings to others. So the same thing goes to here. When you notice all these musical instruments and also this Chinese culture, and this is and also you know some of the from the musical theorists, you know some of this technique already, that you understand that Chinese culture and Chinese people are always hospitable and always love to share, always love to give the positive feedback or whatever. All those things is all positive things. Okay? So I'm also very happy here to share my feelings and to share my thoughts. So thank you so much. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask from the chatting board. Okay. And that's it.
Thank
Professor
you,
Ho,
Zhang.
that's it.
Thank you, Zhang. Also, I want to ask a question. Just now you mentioned in Chinese traditional musical system, we only have 5 notes here. But
Yeah.
when we just want to play so many notes, can we make them up?
Yes. Well, you see, especially in string instruments like the zither, that
Okay.
remember how I say when your left hand is plugging, not is holding or pushing down
Okay.
a little bit the string. Let's say you push string. It's like a guitar, the same thing. You're holding a different block. That's you can also perform F and B. So you can also perform this this notes, this pitch inside that kind of musical instruments. But all the Chinese, especially for the old music, the Chinese traditional music, they are all in major key, and they are all based on CDGA. They're based on this Chinese style. So yeah, they can play. However, it's like their culture. They try to avoid these 2 notes, because these 2 notes can apply minor key, and minor key is always a key that's to give out a negative or bad, or in a bad mood. So it's not that good. It's not as good as the major key. The same thing like our national anthem. It's also in major key.
Okay. So Zhang, if some of the participants here want to learn something about Chinese musical instrument like zither you've mentioned,
Yeah, I only know
some
this
suggestions
instrument.
for that?
I'm sorry.
Like, how can I start?
Well, the first thing, well,
Okay.
the good thing is, if you learn zither, you don't have to learn the staff paper. You don't have to learn how to read a staff paper. So basically, staff paper is the 5-line thing. Maybe when you see it, that those different notes represent, and also different line that represent different note, like the C line is like below there. It's pretty hard. Let me see if I can draw it from here. Well, the best thing is you don't have to learn staff paper. What you have to learn is learn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's easy. 1 represents do, 2 represent re, and mi, fa, so. So basically, if you need to learn the zither, the first, you just have to learn the simple style of the staff paper. Well, basically, you learn low notes like 1 is 1, and if we have things like this, 1 and 1 together. So if you see this 1 and 1 together, so we can see these 2 things here. That means using 2 finger to plug. 2 finger to plug on the zither. So it's pretty easy, and all the instruments needs time to practice. So but the first part, the hardest part is to read how to learn how to read the staff paper. However, you don't have to read it. All you have to know is these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the so we get over that part easily. However, we still have to practice our fingers. Okay, so that still needs time. So Professor Holt, did I answer your question?
Yes, very clear. Thanks a lot. And what about the others? Do you have any questions about Chinese musical instrument? If you are interested in that, now that is a chance because Professor Zhang is really an expert in this aspect.
Gu Qing is well. Here's the thing. I'm going to answer Paul Lilo, right? Paul Lilo.
Little.
Well, I'm really bad on reading these. It's very similar. It's similar. So for Gu Qing, it only has. Well, I think Dr. Ho,
Seven.
you know, huh?
7 strings.
Yes, seven strings. How and Zeta, it has 21 strings. So
Yes.
that's a major difference. And also for Guqing, not like other musical instruments, it has a resonated area, making, it's hard to say that. So if you need to make this, make a musical instrument loud, so when you play, you want everybody, your neighbor, to know that you are playing these instruments. You need a big box that to resonate the song and the resonate the and also vibrate together with these instruments in order to make a big noise. I mean big sound. Same thing, noise, big sound. So for Guqing, so the first one, Guqin, it has a really small resonate area. So basically, the instrument, which is smaller, is way smaller than a Caesar. Caesar is pretty big. It has, let's say, maybe you guys use it. It has 170 centimeters long. So it's pretty okay. And the another part for Guqing, it doesn't has those little it's hard to say that thing is those little thing that holding different notes. It's like a violin that it has an area that curve that makes the string tighter. And when you know that when the string has different tight, that the tighter the string is, the sound make it more, the pitch is higher. So for Guqing, it's hard for it doesn't have those things. So yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same. You can go Google it. It's different. However, Guqing is, I believe that in China, maybe in China, I believe that Guqing is more expensive than Caesar. For Caesar, I think it's cheaper because I cost when I was in my middle school, I cost 2,000 RMB. So CNY 2,000. I think I don't know how much. What was the exchange? So it's only 2,000 yuan in China when I was in middle school. I don't know how much. Maybe now it's 3,000 or 4,000. However, for Guqing, I think it's way more expensive than Caesar.
It's like
So,
around
Lilo?
$10 now. So Lilo, they are actually so different because Guqin has a longer history. Also, Guqin has 7 strings according to Professor Zhang just now. And also, more often, like for me, from my perspective, Guqin is usually played by ourselves. So it is used sometimes to amuse ourselves. But
Oh yeah, yeah.
Zheng, that is more for performance because it's more sonorous to everyone. So when we play that, the others like we are giving a performance. But for Guqin, it is more to amuse ourselves.
Yeah, it's more like you have to energy yourself up. You have to find the purpose of your civilization things. You have to find the purpose. It's like meditation when you're playing Guqin.
Yes, you are right.
Yeah,
Thank you.
but Caesar is like you have to do a musical, you have to do a recital, you have to do a symphony, you have to do a performance. You need a performer to actually play it, and it is astonishing. You learn it, you will be very cool. You will be the coolest kid in the classroom. Try, just let you know, okay?
So perhaps one day when we all get together and when that is not really a lecture. I mean, we can get it for another informal lecture like Professor Zhang. We want to invite you again to play a piece of art for us when we have a
Okay.
chance.
Yeah, that's my honor. And also I'm sorry, I forgot to say I'm very happy and I feel honored to be here to have this opportunity to talk about this. Thank you so much.
That is really good because we all have heard the saying that music has no boundary. So usually music can be shared by the people of different nations. So
Yeah.
uh, so Zhang, thanks a lot. That is
Yeah.
really fantastic.
So I'm gonna end this up. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks very much. So we have all learned something about it. And also from your lecture, we have got a general silhouette of the knowledge on Chinese traditional musical instrument. Also, from this music, we get a glimpse on Chinese culture, especially on arts and on music. So we really appreciate that. But time is limited. We know that Professor Zhang has more and more and more to share with us. However, we still have two beautiful professors there. And now let's take turn. And who is going to share first?
Okay, I think I can
Professor
share
Tai. Okay, please.
because
Professor Tai.
the topic because my topic is also something about music. Although I am not a music major, but I am kind of music lover. I can only say that. So the topic I want to share is about the traditional and operas. So can you see the slides here now?
Yes. Yes, we can see that.
Okay, so I'm gonna introduce some Chinese traditional operas to you from a music lover perspective of a music lover. And if you have any ideas to share, you can type them into the chat box and I will pay attention to them and I will try to answer some of your questions, okay?
Okay.
All right. So speaking of Chinese traditional operas, what will come into your mind? I think there are some of you must hear some traditional operas, right? And the most famous one, I think that is Beijing Opera. I think most of you have already know it. And besides Beijing Opera, we also have many kinds of operas. So today we will focus on Beijing Opera, and then I will introduce some other kinds of Chinese traditional opera to you. And from this pictures, could you please tell me, can you tell which one is the picture showing Beijing Opera? We can number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And could you please tell me which one is the picture showing Beijing Opera? So number 3, 3 maybe. Okay, so all of you are saying that this is number 3, and Dr. Ho get the right answer. That is the first one, number 1. And number 3, which opera does it from? Then we can wait and see. Okay, so this one is the facial mask of Beijing Opera, and we all know that Beijing Opera is a form of local and it is the national opera of China. That is singing, and there are 4 major roles in Beijing Opera. That is Shen, Dan, Jing, and Chou. So we can see the Chinese here. I can change and then I can make some notes. So we have 4 basic skills, and then we have 4 major roles. That is 生, and this is 生 and 淡 and 静 and then 丑. And this role, they have different facial makeup and costume. So then I will introduce them to you one by one. The first one is 生, and 生 is usually a role who has the makeup like this. This kind of role is generally a positive role. It means that if someone is 生, usually he's a good man. And according to their age and their different kind of skills, we can divide them into 老生. 老生 means it is an elderly man. And then we have 武生. Here, 武 refers to martial arts or kung fu. So 武生 is a military man, is a man who will do some acrobatic fighting. And then we have 小生. We all know that 小 in Chinese means small and young. So 小生 means young man. It is a role that stands for young man. And then we have 娃娃生. 娃娃生 because we call the young children 娃娃 in Chinese. So we have 娃娃生, which refers to the children. That is 生. And then we have 淡. So from the picture, we can see that 淡 is a role that is female. The female roles, we call them 淡. And we also have different kinds of female roles, including 老淡. So 老again. So 老means old. So this is an old lady. So we can call she 老淡. And then we have 青衣. 青衣 is someone who is younger. And then we have 花旦. 花旦, who is beautiful. We can say that. And then we have 武旦, also what refers to martial arts or kung fu. And then we have 彩旦. So those are some female roles. Then these are the picture of 4 famous 旦roles in China, and we can find that they are all gentlemen. So in Beijing operas, there are some gentlemen who will play the female roles, because at that time the girls, they cannot perform on the stage. They are forbidden to perform on the stage. So only some gentlemen they can perform on the stage officially. So some famous 旦 roles are all men. And I think some of you may heard of Mei Lanfang. Do you know him? Okay, so have you ever heard the Beijing opera? Have you ever heard of the Beijing opera called 霸王别姬? That is one of his famous work. 霸王别姬. In English, it's called Farewell My Concubine, right? Farewell My Concubine. There is also a movie called Farewell My Concubine. Have you ever seen it before? No, never. Okay, maybe I can type the Chinese here. If you are interested in it, you can search and have a look. That is 霸王别姬. Okay, that is, in English, it is Farewell My Concubine. Let me check the concubine. Okay. So it has a movie tell a story about this Beijing opera, and if you are interested in it, you can watch it later. Okay, then let's go on. Then after that we have Jing. Okay, so in Chinese it's right like this. Jing. Jing refers to a male with painted face. So it's also known as Hua Lian. It means that the face, the makeup of this is very complicated. So in this kind of role is romantic and some kind of exaggerate, and different kinds of color may stand for different kinds of character. So for example, in this picture, this he has a dark face, right? Usually in Beijing opera, and dark face, the dark color or the black color means this stands for this man, he is upright, or this man, he is very brave. So they usually have a makeup in this color. And we also have different kinds of jing, like zhen jing, that is the primary face painting role. Zhen jing usually responsible for the singing part. At the beginning, we mentioned 4 skills of Beijing opera, remember? That is singing, recitation, acting, and acrobatic fighting. So Zhen Jing, he usually is responsible for the singing part. And then we have Wu Jing, the secondary face painted role. This kind of role, he will responsible for example, the acrobatic fighting, and or some recitation part. And this one we have Wu Jing, so Wu again. So now you know that the role is Wu mainly responsible for the fighting part, the Kung Fu part. Okay, and then at last we have Chou. Chou in Chinese like this, and it means this kind of role is sharp-witted, clever, humorous, honest, and he is a kind man. So we also have mainly 2 kinds of Chou roles. The first one is Wen Chou. Okay, Wen Chou. Wen Chou. In English, we can say it is comic, civilian role. Comic role is kind of comic role. It's like if there is a movie, it's like a voice in the movie. Okay, so this role is very clever and humorous. And then we have Wu Chou, which is also responsible for the acrobatic fighting part. Okay. And then we can make a short summary about the facial makeup and the costume in Beijing opera. All of these 4 roles are divided based on the character's personality or disposition, and the age, and the age, and young and the gender. He is male or female, and we also so different types of makeup are consist of the characters to perform. Okay, and the color, the pattern, the lines of the makeup can distinguish the character's role. Just now we said that the dark face means that this person is very upright and brave. And then you can look at this. If you watch the Beijing opera and you see the actor, he is painting a red face, It also means that he is a good man. He is very upright. So the red face, red, refers to good. And we also have this one. This is very classical. And the white face. Usually the white face equals to bad guy. Okay, so it is the bad role in the Beijing opera. So you can tell the character of the role from their facial makeup, and you can also tell their age from makeup. For example, from this one we can see this is a young man, an old man, or a children. It's very easy to tell, right? To tell me from this picture, you can see that is this row is
The second one,
yes, the second one.
an old man and an ancient monk, maybe.
A monk, maybe, yes, an old man. So from the makeup, we can tell some characters, the age and the gender of the roles, right? And I think this one, maybe you can recognize it. This is also a very classical role. The fourth one. Do you know it? No, this is the monkey king, right? Dan, can you say it? Can you get it?
Now I can relate the Monkey King. It's so famous.
Yes, so this is the face of the Monkey King. The Monkey King in the Journey to the West in Beijing Opera. So it will have a makeup like this. Okay. So that's something about Beijing Opera. So then we can have a look at other major traditional Chinese operas. The first one is Kunqu opera. Okay. Kunqu opera is one of the oldest films, and it is considered the mother of many other types of traditional opera. It has already been put on the list of the oral and intangible cultural heritage. And the most famous work of the Kunqu opera is Peoning Pavilion. Peoning Pavilion. And this is the picture of this opera. And then I will show you a short video clip of this opera. Then you can feel and hear the custom style, the makeup style, and the sound of the opera from the video clip, and tell the difference of it between Kunqu and Beijing opera. Okay. And so here, so this video clip is the one on the slides, that is Peoning Pavilion.
Indian dance. In the same
The
way,
Indian.
yes, the same way they tell a story about the movements and the costumes.
Okay, so this is a story about a love story. This is a love story. So if you are interested in it, you can also watch it after the class. And okay, then we have other 4 kinds of operas. Then this is 昆曲, and then we have 豫剧. So we can see the costume here is a little bit similar to the Beijing opera. So at first, when I ask you which picture stands for Beijing opera, you will choose the third one. Actually, the third one is the picture stands for 豫剧. Then 豫剧 is also an influential Chinese traditional opera. It comes from Henan, so it is also called Henan Bangzi or Henan opera. Okay, it is very popular in the areas of the Yellow River and White River. And it is noted for demanding melodies, strong rhythms, and intensive use of spoken language. So the language of Henan opera will be colloquial, and it will be simple compared with this 昆曲. 昆曲 is more sounds like a point, and this will be sounds like a daily conversation. And then we can have a look at a video clip, and you can feel the strong rhythm of this opera. Okay, so from this clip, you can see that Henan opera is more, it has some kind of stronger power, right? And but it has a simple facial makeup compared with Beijing opera. Hope you will like it. And then we have Sichuan opera. Sichuan opera, as its name, it comes from Sichuan province, and it is opera that's full of wit, humor, and lively dialogue with a pronounced local flavor. So usually, Sichuan opera will be sung in Sichuan dialects, and it has a system of stylish movement, and it is famous for face changes. So we can see that this actor has a red face now, like the face in the Beijing opera, and in the performance, he will change the face into different colors, different patterns. And we can have a look from this video clip. For example, pay attention to his face. At the beginning, he has a golden face like the face of the Monkey King, right? And then he will change, so you can pay attention to his face and his movements. And we have the next one, that is Shaoxing opera or Yu opera. It is originated from the Shenzhen County, that is a county in Zhejiang province. So it is also an opera that shows soft and gentle sounds, and so it can evoke you sentimental emotions. And also the actors there has a graceful acting style, so you can feel the beauty of the ancient times. can feel the beauty of the costumes. It is a little bit like the Kunqu opera from the feelings, I think, from the emotions. So it is more like the Kunqu opera because it's also soft and gentle, but it also has some differences, and you can tell from the video clip. It is also a story, but this the base of the movies, the Kunqu opera, or which one is based on the movies? It is also a love story, but is the different one. It is about Liang Shanbo and Zhu Yingtai. It is also a very classic Chinese traditional story. Can feel the music, feel the style of this. That is the Yue opera. Okay, and this story is called Liang Shanbo yu Zhu Yingtai. It is a classical story, and it has also been adapted into some TV series and movies. So if you are interested in it, you can Google it, and then you can have a look at the movies and TV series. Okay, and then we have the last one we are going to introduce today. That is the Huangmei opera. Huangmei opera is originated from Anhui province. It is easy to understand because it is used simple words and literary traditions, and it mix the northern dialect with the southern dialects. So it is also sound in the Anhui dialects. And so maybe it is not very easy for you to understand the meaning of the lyrics, but I think you can enjoy and try to feel the beauty of the sounds, the music, and the costume. Sichuan opera, that is the opera the actors that can change face, and the Shaoxing opera, and at last the Huangmei opera. That's all about my sharing. Thank you for listening.
Okay.
Thank you.
Professor Cai. Well, here we really want to ask you a question. As a young lady, you actually belong to the younger generation. So, what about the feelings of the younger generation towards these operas?
I think this kind of opera is a very valuable treasure of our Chinese culture. And although I belong to the young generation, I will not listen to this Chinese operas every day. Most of the time, we will listen to the popular music, but every year I will watch this Chinese opera's performance on TV, especially on the Spring Festival Gala. It will have a collection of these Chinese operas, and it will show you at at one time, and I will feel that I really enjoy this, and because I have watched them from younger times, so I can actually sing some of them, and I feel that you can feel the beauty of the words from the lyrics, and you can feel the beauty of the music. Although they are very simple, actually some of them are very easy to learn. They are simple, but it has the different kinds of beauty from the pop music. It can make you feel calm. It can make you feel elegance.
Thank you, Professor Tsai. Perhaps that is the charm of all the operas. You know that operas has a long history, so usually it is with a very deep culture in that. So from learning the operas, we actually are learning cultures. So now,
Yes.
if you want to appreciate Chinese culture, then you shall have to learn to appreciate some of the Chinese operas. Actually, once upon a time, some younger generations don't like to listen to the operas because they don't understand quite a bit. To be honest, that sometimes we don't understand the lyrics a lot. However, nowadays, it seems like we are experiencing the renaissance of the culture, also the renaissance of the operas. Nowadays, even the pop songs in China, they will have the features of some traditional operas. So it is becoming more and more popular in China. Also, I believe that it would become more and more popular in the world. I hope also you, I mean, we will all enjoy the operas. We will all like to listen to that. Okay.
Yes,
Thank
you remind me that yesterday I watched a music show, and some of the songs are adapted, and they add some operas into it. And when you are listening to it, you will think that.
Thank you, Professor Tsai. So we have some more minutes, and then these minutes are left to the last beautiful professor. Okay.
Okay,
Please.
thank you.
Professor Tsai, would you please stop your sharing? Okay. And now it's time to Professor Zhou. Time for Professor Zhou, please.
Right, could you hear me? Right, hello everyone. This is Ada, and I will introduce a little bit about myself first. Actually, I'm graduate from an Australian university called University of Queensland. I am really happy here to share with you something about Chinese culture. I will talk about calligraphy. Actually, calligraphy is a really interesting topic in China, and hopefully you will enjoy the speech today. Actually, calligraphy is involved from pictures and signs. Ancient Chinese people like to use calligraphy to record important things like daily information, just like we do some ways nowadays. They would like to they would like to reflect their thoughts or their feelings about the world. Let's look at the different styles of Chinese scripts. There are 5 major types of calligraphy in Chinese characters. The first of all is the seal form. The second one is official form. Then it comes to cursive form and the rounding form. Hopefully, we will have enough time to go through everyone. The first one is the seal form. This is the most interesting one up to me. Hopefully, you will enjoy it as well. For the seal form, it is with soft lines of the stroke and upright shape. You can see in this picture. Let's see, I need a pen to do some notes for you guys. Right, you can see here. All the characters here, you can see nearly the left side and the right side nearly look the same. This is a really clear character for this type of characters. We also call character like lithography. In ancient times, people use this type of characters to record important information. You can see the picture on the right. Let's see more in detail. Now I'd like to have a little introduction activity with all of you. Now could you please try to guess what's the meaning of these ancient characters within the seal form? If everyone have any ideas? One? I will give you a clip
Maybe
here.
cloud.
Yes, correct. It is a cloud. Yep, it is a cloud. Then let's.
I'm cheating a little because I'm studying too Chinese.
Really, that's cool. Wow. Good. Right, next one. Any ideas? What does it look like? It is represent an animal.
Oh, I forgot the name of it. But I guess I know the whole animal.
Let's see.
Oh, I have to search. Yeah, ship.
A goat? A sheep.
Yeah, you can tell here is the ears of sheep. See here, it's really similar, right? Sheep, and this looks like so represent sheep. You form. So next one. Ideas?
Oh. Go, house.
It is on your face. On our face.
I don't know.
I would guess it would be a bowl of rice. Looks like a bowl of rice.
Let's see. Is your mouth. Like the shape of our mouth here. Then we draw it here. Fascinating, isn't it? Right, let's move on. This one should be easier.
Eyes.
Right.
Yes. Remember the professor said he showed you the excellent rating of the eyes always shape. This is for eye. Ancient Chinese characters. See
Sorry, Joe.
one.
Joe, can you hear me?
The connection seems a little bit
Yeah.
slow.
Yes. Yeah.
I guess these are.
Could you hear me?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Those
yes.
are gates.
Yeah, kind of gates. Yeah, the correct answer is here. Kind of gate. You can see it is an ancient Chinese character for door. You can see you can see the left and the right side seems to be very similar. This is for door, and again. It is in the nature world.
A root?
Looks like human. Ah, someone get the answer. Very show you guys a answer. Let's see. Actually, we call this wood the way this tree we really cool. Ancient Chinese people is really clever. They use picture to create characters for information writing. How about this one? Again, these characters represent plants in the middle again. As most of you will know, this kind of plant is very famous in China. Yeah. I bet you all know about cute treasure in China called panda, right? And this character is actually Dachshund. Anyone would have a chance before I show you the group.
Joe, will you please move a little bit?
Mhm.
Because sometimes you are disconnected.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, it's nearly the end of the session. 2, 1. And this character looks like it is really stand for a sport in nowadays. You can see, and it represents for the boats and Chinese characters. And last mode you can see here. This one represents for the horse. And the last one, this one you can see, it is represent for elephant. All these characters is called pictography, and it is in terms of the still form for Chinese ancient characters. Let's move on to the second one. It is the form. This form, you can see here, you can see the line. The character of is like red. This character is one of the most popular one in both Chinese tutorial. Many Chinese people like to use the official form as people writing and writing and to their like to congratulation on their opening of their new company. It seems the internet is not that good. All right. Yeah, it seems right. The next we will first and see here the right these they will
Okay. So Joe, you still here? Okay. So let's wait for some seconds because Joe is going to be connected once more. Also, here in China, we have a saying that good things need to be waiting. It deserves. So actually, we are going to wait. Okay. Joe is here again. Welcome, Joe, a second time.
Hello, everyone.
Okay.
You hear me? It is totally new in Chinese. I keep to hear me. Is what who have free history.
Joe, Joe. Well, thank you, Professor Zhou. You know, it's rather interesting, and also we all like it very much. From the others' active participation, I see that they really like this topic. Also, they want to know how Chinese words are created. This is a very interesting topic. Also, we are all actively guess the meaning of the words. However, it seems like the internet access doesn't work well. But in China, we have a saying that is 百弊微瑕不掩其责. It means a little stain doesn't cover the glittering set of the jade. So it means that though we have a small stain here, but still it is a shining, it is a glistening. We all like the lecture very much. Also, I think today time is really limited. Plus, the internet connection doesn't work well. So perhaps another day for some other time, we would like to give the sincere invitation to Professor Zhou, and we would like to ask you to come here again to share with us your deep study on Chinese calligraphy, right? I think we are all expecting that someday. So thanks very much also to Professor Zhang, to Professor Cai. We want to say thank you again. You have all share with us your knowledge on your different or special aspects like the Chinese music, like the Chinese operas, and also the Chinese calligraphy. I think the participants today have all learned something from your lectures. Thanks
Yeah.
once more.
In name of
And
the
also,
GCUB, I would like to thank you again to the guest professors. That was so brilliant and full of culture that we can share today. It's always a pleasure to work with Mr. Ho, and you're welcome in our hearts to this lecture today.
so thank you once again. And also, I think time's up for the lecture. And I hope you all enjoy the lectures tonight. And when there is any chance, I would like to invite all of them to come again to share their study with us. I hope you enjoy tonight's lectures. Thank you everyone for your coming. Thanks again. So have a nice day, everyone.
Thank
Have a nice
you.
day.
再见.
Get better soon,
Bye-bye.
Professor. Wish you well.
Yes.
Thank
Okay.
you. Bye.
Thank you. I will. Bye. Bye, Professor Andy.
Professors. Bye, Mr. Ho. Always a
Bye.
pleasure.
Bye. I'm sorry.